Meditation can be a peaceful refuge from the busyness of life. But sometimes it can be difficult to focus during meditation. Whether it be your own racing thoughts or background noises, there are many distractions that can pull you out of your meditative state. Through my 20 years of practice, both as a meditator myself and as a meditation teacher, I've overcome most of these challenges, and I would love to share with you what I've learned. I'll begin with one of the most fascinating reasons why one of my students told me that they can't meditate, and then I'll finish with my favorite tips. And if that sounds good to you, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it.
One student told me that they couldn't concentrate because they became hyper-aware of their clothes touching their skin, especially when a loose thread tickled their arm. Unwanted physical sensations like this are common distractions during meditation. Studies show that 20 to 30% of beginner meditators get distracted by physical sensations. If you find that physical sensations are distracting you, I recommend practicing Vipassana. Observe the sensation non-judgmentally. Each time it distracts you, say, "This is just a sensation, it's unimportant," and then return to your breath. Over time, this practice trains your mind to be less reactive to physical sensations. According to researcher Sara Lazar at Harvard University, this happens because meditation strengthens brain regions associated with sensory processing and body awareness. So techniques like Vipassana will make you less easily distracted by those sensations. Another issue that you might encounter is a busier mind when you close your eyes. This happens because when your brain is deprived of external stimuli, it creates internal stimuli, such as thoughts, visions, and even hallucinations if you're particularly tired or stressed. This phenomenon is related to the default mode network, or DMN, a network in the brain that becomes more active when we're at rest, when we're daydreaming, or when we're self-reflecting. One solution to this comes from Zazen, which is Zen meditation. Keep your eyes about 80% closed and meditate in a visually calming space, such as in front of a wall. This technique provides minimal stimulation, enough to help you stay focused without overwhelming you. Research shows that techniques such as Zazen help to modulate DMN activity, which makes it easier to focus. Many of my students find it significantly easier to concentrate when their eyes are partially open. If you're overwhelmed with a to-do list, you might struggle to meditate because of intrusive thoughts like, "I don't have time for this." My advice is to remind yourself that you aren't losing time by meditating. In fact, you're gaining it. Studies show that regular meditators perform tasks with around 20% more accuracy and more concentration, making them more productive. So, consistently tell yourself, "This will make me more productive," and promise to tackle whatever tasks you have immediately after the meditation. In 20 years of practice, I have never had a day where meditation did not make me more productive. And if you really don't have enough time for a proper meditation session, research from Harvard shows that short sessions such as 5 minutes will still make you more focused and more productive. Conditions like ADHD, OCD, anxiety, and PTSD can make focusing during meditation tough, but not impossible. Over the years, I've worked with students facing these challenges, and with the right approach, meditation can be immensely beneficial. But it is imperative to use the right technique based on your condition. People with OCD, for example, will benefit most from Dr. Schwartz's 4Rs technique. And if you have BPD, I have some special meditations and tutorials on our YouTube channel to help you out. If you do have a mental health condition, do consider booking a private session with me to learn personalized techniques that will help you to focus. Sometimes, improving your meditation focus is as simple as reducing environmental distractions. If noise is an issue, try noise-cancelling headphones and listen to my guided meditations. Shut the curtains, turn off notifications, and if vibrations are a problem, sit on a thick, dense cushion to minimize them. Also, make your room as clean and uncluttered as possible. Clutter vies for your attention, making it harder to focus. Lighting is another important factor. You want the lighting in the room to be gentle, neither too dark nor too light. Research shows that dim lighting by itself helps to promote relaxation and reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone. And finally, put your phone somewhere else. Research from the University of California, Irvine shows that it takes around 23 minutes to refocus the mind after a digital distraction, so you're best to just put the phone elsewhere. We all have meditation sessions where we feel bored, impatient, or dissatisfied. After all, those emotions are human and commonplace. The solution here is acceptance. Accept the session for what it is and accept how you're feeling. Then, take a step back and observe whatever emotion you're experiencing, whether it be boredom, impatience, dissatisfaction. Explore that with curiosity. What does it feel like? What can you learn from it? This approach of acceptance and investigation helps you to cultivate mindfulness, even when things aren't going perfectly. Sometimes you're just not in the mood for meditation. Maybe you didn't sleep well, or you're just not feeling 100%. Hey, that's okay. It's fine to skip a session now and then. Just be kind to yourself and pick it back up when you're ready to. As I promised, here are my favorite go-to solutions for focusing during meditation. Firstly, at the start of the session, specifically tell yourself that for the next X minutes, 10, 20, whatever minutes, the only thing that matters is that you meditate. As my students know, I say this in almost every meditation session because it helps to remind yourself that, hey, I don't need to deal with other stuff right now, I just need to meditate. Try holding a hand to your abdomen to make it easier to observe the movement of your breath. Use an anchor word, such as grounding, to remember to bring yourself back to the present moment. Remind yourself of why you want to meditate and what you'll get out of it. This will produce a sense of upcoming reward that will motivate you to focus through those distractions. And finally, put the darned cell phone away.
Yes, you can meditate. Trust me, I've worked with so many people who told me that they couldn't concentrate well enough to meditate successfully, and I proved them all wrong. Do you want me to prove to you that you can meditate successfully? Then book a private meditation session with me, Paul, on thedailymeditation.com.